Hello, my name is Kerry from Kerry's Card Creations. Welcome. So today is Friday, so that's Scrap Bin Challenge Day for me. So up until this is week 6, and I've been making cards, but I've put my stash of cards away and can't find them. So today I'm going to make a pocket. Now, this is a piece of card that I got out of my scrap bin, and I've just squared this up because it had odd bits hanging off of it. So it actually measures 19 centimeters by 12. Yeah, so it's 19 by 12. I have not prepped anything. So 19 by 12. So I'm going to score it at 9 and 18. And I'm going to score it one turn to the right, and I'm going to score it at 10 and a half. So we're just going to make a simple pocket and then decorate the front of it. So Scrap Bin Challenge is something, if you don't know already, it's something I started many years ago with my craft class ladies, and now I've decided that I'm going to carry on. I brought it to my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to join in, that would be really lovely. Just use the hashtag Scrap Bin Challenge. And literally everything I use comes from the scrap bin. So I'm just going to fold and burnish my pocket. Let me just get my pinch out. So I'm not going to put any pattern paper on the front, am I? Because I have just filmed my video for Tag Tuesday, and this week's prompt was woven. So I've got all these strips left over. So I'm going to actually weave a pattern to go on the front of my pocket. That's my plan. So I didn't really want to do too much to the pocket because I want the woven papers to do the work for me. So I'm just going to miter the top of this 1 centimeter section here. And then I'm going to miter and remove that rectangle in the bottom. Do you know, I've been up and down like a yo-yo today, turning the light on and off in my craft room. It started off really lovely and bright, then it went dark and I had to turn the light on. Then it went really, turn the light on. Then it went really bright again, so I had to turn the light off. Now it's gone really dark again and it's raining, and I could do with turning the light on again. It's strange today. Right, so I'm going to miter this section at the bottom, and then I'm going to miter this one, and then I'm going to remove all of this piece here. Nice and simple, easy pocket. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to just fold that side over there. No, I'm not. I'm going to punch this. I've got a circle punch, 2-inch circle punch. And I'm just going to line this up. I'm just going to eyeball this. I want about a quarter. And I'm just trying to get it so I've got equal distance that side and that side. Now the seagulls are having a fight outside now. It's all happening today. Right. So now I'm going to put glue on that piece there. And I'll put glue on that bit there. Yep, they're having a full-on argument outside, those seagulls are. So I live right by the seaside, so seagulls are a thing. When I lived in London, it was pigeons. Now I live in Somerset, it's seagulls. is very thick card, so I'm just going to give that a minute to stick there. Right, so nice simple pocket. So there's a lot you can do with these pockets. Packet of seeds, gift card, make a nice tag to go inside. Lots of little things you can do with these pockets. They are absolutely fantastic. Right, so let's do some weaving. So I hadn't done this for years, and then obviously the prompt come up with Shirley to do it. The prompt was woven, and I thought, oh, that's fantastic. So yeah, it really did force me to get my thinking cap on. So I'm sure we've all done this as kids. So I'm just going to lay my pieces out. And I thought I might go... I'm going to go one way with the green. Have I got enough pieces? And then I'm going to go... That's a shame. I'm not cutting anymore though. Definitely not cutting no more. I'm just going to use what I've got. So when I made my tag, what I did is I went... Let's split those greens up. So I did 4 colours. But I've got no yellow left. I'm trying to be random about it. I've got no yellow left, and I've got none of this gold spot left. But we're just going to go with what we've got. Right, so I'm going to go 5 this way. When I did my tag, I went 4. Right, then I'm going to go. I'm going to hold them ones down, and then I'm going to go over the first one, under the second, over the third one, under the fourth one, over the fifth one. Alright, I'm going to straighten it all up at the end because it all gets a bit chaotic in a minute. And this time I'm going to try and hold that top there. With my next piece, you go completely the opposite. So you want to go under, over, under, over, and under. Now I don't want mine touching. I want to leave a small gap. I did leave a gap on my other ones and I quite liked it. So usually you would push them all up so they were tight together, but I don't want to do that. But I do want to make sure it's going to fit lovely. Right, so then my next piece, so that's how we're going so far. So I'm just going to try and hold those in place. So my next piece is going to be opposite, over, under, over, oh, under, over. Okay. So I don't have any yellow, so I'm going to go with another one of these. Oh, it's like a, I'm not sure if that's like a peachy colour. So under, over, under, over, under. Like I say, I'll straighten them all up in a minute when I put my last piece in. So I'm going to do this goldy green under. Right, yeah, so I'm going over, under, over. Sorry. Over, under, over. Pieces are moving all over the place now. Trying to do it all one-handed. Over, under, over, under, over. Come out, come out, come out. There you go. Right, so it's going to be something like that. Now, I also don't want my edges dead straight. I did this before and I really liked the look of it. So I want to try and get them so sort of they're near enough equal distance apart. Once I start gluing them down, they pretty much stay in place then, but it's that I don't want all the edges even. I did this when I did my tag, I did it the same, and I really liked it. It was very effective. Let's just shove you in a little bit. Right, are we about there? Right, so then we can start adding little dabs of glue to keep them down in place. So I'm just going to bring that one back, add a dab of glue, bring that down. And bring this one over, add a dab of glue. Okay. So I'm just going to give the dab of glue under there. Under that one. Can't see if I've got any glue out there, but let's hope so. Right, should be able to turn that now. There we go. So pop a bit of glue. Once you've basically got the main pieces glued in place, it will pretty much hold itself then. Like I said, I haven't done this for a long time. Back years ago when I first started teaching classes, and I actually still have the instructions for it. I did a card and the whole front of it was just paper weaving. Now, that's been many years. I've been teaching classes now for, excuse me, I think it's 12 years. Maybe 13. So yeah, that was, back in the day. Maybe not, because I think it was a card I did when I had my own shop. So maybe it's about 10 years. But like I say, I've still got the instructions that I gave to the class to do their paper weave card. That's just want to bring that. Can I just take that one off? I just wanted to bring that over slightly. That's better. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over so that I can just, these ones underneath that I can't get to, I can just tap those in place now. Like I say, once you start gluing, they pretty much then start, they then pretty much stay. Right. Is that one? That one? One more. Right, so I'm just going to trim my edges. And like I say, I don't want my edges so that they are dead straight. I want them so that they are different lengths. So I'm just going to randomly cut these so that they're all different. Just want to make sure though that I am staying within my, maybe let's cut them down a smidgen. I do want to make sure that I don't go past the edge of my pocket. Get in there. Oh, the seagulls have stopped for a minute. They're so loud, it's crazy. They're not happy today, these seagulls outside. Right, let's do this side. I remember doing this as a little girl with my mum. My mum was massive craft. Well, we didn't really call it craft in those days. It was just you made things. We didn't have craft shops. I don't remember a craft shop. We had a haberdashery, and the haberdashery we used to go to used to be in what we used to call the indoor market. So it was a big shop that this family run, and just inside the door on the left hand side, you had other people had stalls there. One of them was this haberdashery stall, and then eventually they ended up getting a little shop of their own, and they sold everything I can think of. Buttons, wool, fabric, the lot. And my mum pretty much did everything. I can't think of a craft my mum didn't do. So that's my weave. So I'm going to glue this down now into place. Yeah, I can't think of a craft that my mum didn't do, because we didn't have craft fairs in those days either. My mum just made things because she loved to make things, and she used to gift a lot to people. Because I never wore a shop bought jumper when I was a child, and I don't remember my daughter when she was a little girl, or my nephews when they was little, having shop bought jumpers. My mum made everything. Right, so I've just really given that a really good glue so that will hold, and the edges too. Right, okay. I'm going to pop that on there. I'm just going to turn that over, give that a push so that I can get that glue. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Just that's so pretty. My pocket. Right, so I don't want to use any. I don't want to use anything new. So I was having a rummage around and I found this. So I'd actually stamped and coloured this for my class the other day, and I didn't use it because I didn't like the colour. But the colour's going to go perfect. So let's quickly fussy cut this out. I love fussy cutting. I love stamping and colouring. I'm not the best colourist in the world. Is that what you call it? Colourist? But nevertheless, I still do a lot of it, and I fussy cutting. It's really funny because a few years ago I was contemplating on getting a Brother Scan and Cut, because another crafter that I follow, she swore by her Scan and Cut. She used to stamp and colour everything and then run it through the Scan and Cut to cut it for her. And I kept humming and ahhing over it. But then every time I thought, I don't know if I could justify all that money. So I suppose if you don't like, the answer is, I suppose, if you don't like fussy cutting, then that is the sort of thing for you. But I already have 3 electric cutting machines that I never use, that they just sit and collect dust. I've got 2 silhouettes and a what do they call that? Cricut. And the only thing I use my Cricut for is if I'm doing banners for birthdays. I use it for letters and numbers. And now I've got huge number cutting dies, so I don't even dig it out for that. The thing is, you've got to get it out, find some space for it. Right, here we go. Last bit. Get arguing with myself now. Right, so there's my, are they crocus? Are they crocus or are they, yeah, I think they're crocus. I don't have any crocus in my garden actually. I've got lots of cyclamen. Is it cyclamen? Cyclamen? I think that's what they're called. Right, so I thought I would put that there. And then I do have in my pot, Happy Easter. So let's see. This is the piece of, this is the piece that I chopped off. It was a weird shape. What does this measure? Yeah, I don't think that's wide enough. But if we do, if I do 1.5, and how wide is it? 5.5. Can I get 2 pieces? What I'm going to do is glue the bottom of there and glue that on there like that. And glue the bottom of that. And glue that one on there like that. Let's make sure we're straight. There we go. So I'm going to pop some foam pads behind there. Let's cut some of these up. Pop that on there like that. I'm going to pop that. Well, I might pop it in there like that. Pop that one in there like that. Pop that in there. Like that. And there is my little pocket for my scrap bin challenge. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. I hope you've enjoyed the paper weaving. If you give it a go, then please let me know. That would be fantastic. And I'll be back again soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.